Right, we ready? Coleslaw, white cabbage, carrot, onion, mayo. Dodgy mayo. Right, you're going to take the root out. Lockie,
Yep.
root out. You're going to take the dried leaves off the outside. And then you're going to chiffonade it, okay? So we want this really fine. So lay it on its side. We don't want chunky stuff here. You want it as fine as you guys can get it. So using your knife scales, pinching the knife. All good? If you end up with any flat bits, just lay them down the side and just chop them through. So that's that bit, yeah? Into the bowl. Carrot we're going to peel. We're only going to put a third. What we're going to get you guys to do, normally you'd grate your carrot, but for your knife skills we're going to give it to Julie in them, which is your matchsticks. So for matchsticks, you're going to start slice it down as thin as you can go. Okay. If it becomes unsteady, you can just lay it on the flat side. And you're just going to rock out your little thin strips like this. So juliennes like matchsticks. We're looking for matchsticks, not for big chunky batons or anything. Same again. If it becomes unstable, lay it flat. And then you're going to run it through this way. And like this. They're all small like that, yeah? So you guys are doing it in semester 2. You're going to be cutting these. So this is really good practice for that. You can stack them on top of each other if you've got a bit of confidence. Another cheeky way is to cut your strips with a peeler. But you need to do it like this. You can actually buy peelers that have got little blades in them that when you peel it through, it just cuts them like this anyway. So normally at home, you'd probably just grate this in. You'd probably just grate it in at a restaurant, to be honest, but you need to learn these skills. Chopping. So, they're all nice and thin, yeah? Put them in your bowl. Remember one thing on your board, keep it clean. So we're going to slice the onion. We actually only need a quarter of one this size. So I'm just going to cut it straight into 4 like that. I'm going to take the skin off. If I take this brown skin off on this one, like the next layer of skin is still really tough. We're going to take that off as well. The root bit that we always keep in when we're dicing it, we're going to get rid of that. Because if you don't get rid of that, they'll all stick together like fingers. Same thing, you're going to start slicing, and with the lines, you're going to go with the same direction as the lines. You're going to start at an angle and you're going to work your way up. When you get halfway, it's going to come unstable, so you might want to flatten it. So we're just going to go chop, chop, chop.
So easy.
Okay, that was the bit that fell out the middle. Chop, chop, chop. Again, we want it nice and fine, because you don't want like big chunks. Big chunks. Right, I will be back.
Do you want me to pause it?
Nah, it's all good. So, we're going to put some mayonnaise in. I don't know how much mayonnaise. How much do you reckon we should put in?
All of it.
About that. So what was that? Two of those. Mix it around. We'll have a look. We might need a little bit more. You don't want your coleslaw really to be...
They look like the ones in Countdown.
It does, eh? That means we must have done it right.
Do they put more onions?
Yeah.
It's coleslaw. And then the one from KFC is watery.
We're going to put a little bit of seasoning in it.
I like the gravy.
Just a little bit.
This is the only gravy I like. Okay, I don't like gravy.
Ooh.
Missing. And then
Right, can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Excellent. 2 portions.
2 tablespoons.
Buffet style.
It was literally so easy.
That's probably about 4 portions, realistically, if you're doing it for a function. Okay, coleslaw. What could I make to enhance this?
Egg.
Or what could I do to make it?
Plastic.
Egg?
Pasta.
Who said? So back in the 80s, we'd have done that, look. Ooh, that is awesome. But we're not in the
At
80s.
work we like chop
chuck
it
some
up and
pasta
put it
in
over.
So,
Pasta.
chopping.
Pasta salad.
This is how you chop your herbs, which is all good for what you'll need next semester. And we're just going to put it down the middle.
Oh, too much.
You reckon?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, that's number 1. Vegetable salad. Right, next one. Waldorf. We are going with... We're going to do 1 apple because for some reason we've got lots of apples at school. So that's 135 grams of New Zealand grown apple. 35 grams. But don't you be pulling the handles off these, Mr. Thomas. We'll shoot you. That's 60 grams. If you're using the butt bit, make sure you wash it in cold water to get that soil off it.
What most was the extra taste? You got me dripsticks.
So nip that off. Real simple. These are already chopped walnuts. If they were whole walnuts, we'd chop them. Walnuts. Then we're going to cut the celery. I hold it on the back like this so I can roll it over. We're going for probably just under
Half centimetre.
half a centimetre. About that kind of thickness. And then we're going to dice it, alright? So, nice dice. So remember when you're dicing stuff like this, it's for presentation as well. So that's why you want it all to be nice. So if you look at the nuts and that celery,
The colour good.
it's the same. It's the same. So with the apple, I'm going to cut it a bit differently. Obviously, we're going to cut it like this. I'm going to cut it like this. Like this.
So we're not doing it.
I was.
So by cutting it like this, rather than cutting it how we would normally do it for fruit salad, we've already got our base platform for our size, haven't we? So we can just cut it like this into our chips, or our batons or whatever, and then we can rock the knife through with it perfectly.
So that's a salad, no juice.
You can put lemon juice on it if it's going to sit for a while, but we're going to put mayonnaise on it. So the mayo will stop the oxygen from getting to the apple and stop it going brown. Now a lot of places will put a little bit of curry powder in it, which is just standard run-of-the-mill curry powder. It's nothing flash, no. But you guys didn't want that. So skin on. Obviously you've washed the apple. When you cut down, just check you haven't cut any of the seeds through it. If you've gone a little bit too far with your cutting, you're going to have to address that. Right, apple and mayonnaise again.
How many? 2 of those? Yeah.
I reckon probably, yeah, same again, 1.5 to 2. Mixy. Keeping it in the bowl. Actually, I think one would have probably done with this.
Yeah, that looks...
That looks quite mayo-y, doesn't it? 1 scoop of that. Get your plate. Does the plate have to be warm? You guys are onto it.
Cold salad, mama.
Bit of green, you reckon?
No. Too much.
Has anyone had Waldorf before?
No.
I can't eat that.
It's a little bit of an old school one. I quite like it because it's got real crunchy sort of celery and it goes well with the apple.